what it do is way out here, and the strategy worked again today, man. I mean, the strategy works almost every single day for you. So if you're coming onto this YouTube channel and you want to, learn how to make money, and you want to learn a strategy that is consistently working, for majority of the days, obviously it's not going to work every single day, but the strategy has continuously worked, day by day. I've been recording them. Today was a good day. So I'm gonna show you guys what happened and what you could have done, what you shouldn't have done, and we can go from there. So what I do, guys, is I trade the 15-minute candle and the 5-minute orb. The 15-minute orb, 5-minute candle is what I meant to say. So what I do, and let's see, we're gonna go right into this. So as I've told you guys in the previous videos, I cut my higher high up here, my lower low here, which is the 15-minute candle. As you guys can see, this is the app called, or the site called Ninja Trader. We get the higher high of the 15-minute candle, the lower low of the 15-minute candle, and we judge our bias for the day off of that candlestick alone, okay? So, if we see a closure underneath, and that's why I told you the 5-minute, we change from the 15-minute to the 5-minute. And what we do is we wait. And normally you'll see a closure on either the higher high or the lower low. Obviously today we saw a lower low closure. So we saw we changed it to the 5-minute, as you guys can see, and we saw a closure right here on the 5-minute on the lower low. What does that mean for the day? That means we're gonna be moving down for the day majority of the times. Again, this does, like yesterday, it did happen, but it didn't happen at the same time, right? So because it flew up, and I kind of was basing it off of yesterday in a way, which is something I shouldn't have done personally. But because like I said, when we see that closure, it means that we're gonna be moving down that direction. It's just, unfortunately, like I said, I always tell you guys to wait for that second candle, because if you guys did wait, you would have seen right here, this is a full buy candle. So if you guys wait for that second candle, like I tell you guys to every single time, you wait for that second candle to close right here, and you'll see that we see continued buying pressure, right? So a lot of people probably went for buys right here, because it's going up. And if you had just waited, right? Because it depends. Like if you guys want to go in for a $200, $300 trade, you could have went in right here when you saw the buy and you got out right there, right? But a lot of people want to hold for longer periods of time. It really depends on how you want to trade. If you want to hold a trade, I would have waited to get in right up here. Because we already knew where it was closing from. We already knew it closed on the bottom right here, meaning it was going to move downwards for the day. So if you had jumped, you would, oh, you know what? Well, we see buying pressure right here, so I'm not going to enter for a put right now. I'm going to wait until it comes up. Let's just say, for example, there's a 1-minute gap up here. So let's see what there was. It seems like it came up to about right here, around that same area it did earlier, which there's a fair value gap, as you guys can see, a small one right here. And again, I ain't no guru, I'm no financial advisor, so do not be listening to my advice. And I'm just showing you guys what I do, an idiot like me, right? So as you guys can see, came to that fair value gap, immediately went back down. So if you guys had, listened to the overall strategy, right? You're like, okay, well, Al says, or, the idiot, right? That shows me how to trade, showed me how he trades, right? Not the financial advisor, so I'm not, but the one who told me, if it closes underneath that lower low, we're most likely gonna be moving down for the day. That's what happened, right? So we see it come up, boom, close underneath here, showing you where the sellers wanted to go for the day, right? Which is down, comes back up into this gap, right? So you could have put in the sell order right here, or you could even have just waited, I guess, and seen if it came back down into here, right? I do that sometimes myself. So let's just say, for example, you jumped in here. You still would have made some serious profit. If you had jumped in right here at this gap, you're like, oh, I'm confident it's going down, and you maybe put, a put order right here, a sell order, right? Say it's going down. And if you had your stop loss up here, you would have made some serious change. Because the moment it came down through here, it's going to continue going down. Once it comes back into this area, it's going to continue going down to that area, just like if it comes up here. Most of the time, again, you cannot predict the market. You can't know exactly where it's going. It's impossible to. No one knows exactly where the market is going. We just have to make our best daily bias as to where it's going and to what moves we're going to make. And you're going to lose. I want people to understand that. And, before going into the market, just understand that losing is part of the process, and you're going to lose no matter what you do. You could have jumped in right here for a buy and held, and you would have lost. The minute it comes back down in here, from here down, if you had put in a buy right here and you had your stop loss down here, you would have been immediately stomped out. There's nothing you can do about it. It's like I said, you just have to make an overall daily bias and listen to your rules. It is so important to listen to your rules. And one of my rules that I sometimes go against, and again, I'm not perfect, no one is, but it's sometimes I'll see a daily bias being bearish and a 4-hour being bearish and still be going in for bullish candles, for bullish buys. Which means bullish, it means it's going up, bearish means it's going down. So for example, like if we had looked on the daily, we see it's a full red, right? you see a full red. And sometimes what I would do, especially in the beginning, is I would sit and see, a 5-10 minute candle being green, and I'd jump in for a buy just because. But what does the overall daily bias show us? It's showing us a down. So that means we're going to be moving down most likely, and then I always check here too. If you go into your custom time and you see a 4 hour, let's see, we see immediately it was all red. You know what I mean? In the morning, I'm pretty sure it was red as well when I checked. So you got to look at everything. It's all important. And basically, if we look at those Asia and London sessions, which was, I think it was like around here, around there, it went right through those sessions. And it's coming down into this fair value gap down here that I had set from a preview. I don't even know why that was set there, so don't ask. This probably from a few days ago. Actually, probably from August 10th, 11th, somewhere around there. But it's coming down into that region, so it could continue to haul down for the rest of the day for all, I don't know idea. I mean, it could continue to move up. I don't trade after, 10:30, 11, like I told you guys. I only trade New York session, so I trade from 9:30 to, 10:30, 11 max. And that's all you really need at the end of the day. But yeah, no, today was a good day. I just want to show you guys every single day that this strategy continuously works, especially if your take profits like $1,000 or something. If you're looking for those $5,000 trades, you're either gonna have to up your contracts, and you're gonna be doing this for a hot while before you get there. That's what I like about my videos, is I come on here and I be brutally upfront with you guys. I tell you guys, hey, like, this is what's gonna happen. You're not gonna be perfect. It's gonna take you a long time to learn this trading thing. It's gonna take a long time. It's not gonna take you weeks. It's gonna take you years. And even then, I'm a little over a year, still learning, still just finally seeing results right now. And I still have a ways to go. I still make stupid choices. I still do, man. That's why if you're on this, you're looking to make, money, and you're just trying to join someone who's honest with you guys, I'm your guy, man. I'm going to show you guys what works, what doesn't work. The strategy has continuously been working for the past, few months here. I would say, how long have I been doing it? I've been doing it for a little while now. But yeah, it's been working, and I've been going at it every single day. It works normally 4 days out of the week. Normally the only day I lose is either I'm being a complete moron and making a bad trade, or I'm being a complete moron. That's about it. It's very easy to, get in your head, and that's where psychology, it really comes into hand. Sometimes I'll see that it's a dream and I want to make a trade based off of FOMO. The fear of missing out, and I'll just jump in. It's the dumbest thing you could do. Having your rules in place and really like checking off those rules, and knowing that even if you do lose, you listen to every single one of your rules. That's going to be key, more than just popping in a trade. And I'm just trying to tell you the things I wish I knew a long time ago when I first started this stuff. Just listen to your rules. Don't have FOMO. Like, if you lose, just move on with your day and come back at it tomorrow. There's always another day in the market. There's always another day. You're always going to be learning. And, after months and months of doing this, eventually things will get easier. And it's going to be easier throughout months and months, not days. It's days added up. But some people come in here and, oh, well, how do I get rich in a week? It's not going to happen, bro. It's not going to happen. And I just try to be brutally upfront, because some people are looking for that, instant gratification. And anything in life we do, you're not going to get that. Other than if you win the lottery or something, which if you do, good luck. But this is going to take you time, like once you really just develop your strategy, and more importantly, not the strategy, but your rules and confluence, that's where it's going to be totally key. That's where everything's going to start to add up. And, if it's a bearish day, you should not be doing bullish. And if you are doing bullish, it should be somewhat of a swing trade thing rather than a, long term, And if it's a bullish day, obviously you don't want to be taking bearish trades, other than, again, if you're just doing something light. If you're, I just want a quick $300, go in there, boom, out. Rather than holding it. And one thing I do want to work on myself is holding them. So like, I'm trying to not take opposite trades unless there is a complete reversal, which I get stumped out. You get stumped out, man. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on this content I upload every single day. Show you guys, how I'm doing, show you guys the strategies, if it's working or not. And as of right now, we are still moving down on the market. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow is a winning day too.